Good morning, everyone. It's early in the morning, and today is May 12th, 2018. And I made a decision a couple of days ago that I wanted to do something. I had done something similar to this um, 4 years ago. Was it 4 years ago? 3 years ago. I want to share some thoughts with you from my book. Is this upside down? Okay, there we go. My book, Chosen, Rejected Yet Chosen, Freed from Religion, Filled with Relationship. I haven't had time to do all the things that I wanted to do in reference to this book because there's so much that has happened in my life. Babies, broken ankle, just so much stuff. But I'm just so grateful to be in this place right now. So what I want to do for the next 30 days, I want to share some thoughts from this book. And if anyone is interested in having a copy, you can let me know and I will send a copy to you. The book is $15. You won't have to pay for shipping. I'll send it free of shipping. Um, So today is May 12th, 30 days away from my birthday. I want to be 37 years old this year. Oh my God, I can't believe it. 37 years. That's a lot. Anyway, so the last video I did was supposed to be kind of an introduction to today, but it didn't happen that way. But anyway, I want to talk to you. I want to continue the conversation, and I'm trying to show my face more because I realized I was speaking down, you couldn't really see me. But really quickly, because I don't want to make the videos long, um, I want to talk to you guys about why it's so important to really discover your your definition, your image, or your perception of God, because all of that has to do with you. It will affect you. It will affect how you go about life. If you have a bad description of who God is, you're going to live a really rough life. And if you believe that he exists, if you believe that he's in control of your life and he controls this world, you're going to live a life trying to please this being God. He's just don't know how to please him. You don't know what to do good, because everything you do is not right. Okay, so if that is your perception of God, you need to discover where that's coming from. Now, I shared with you guys where mine came from, and I share a little bit in the book about why I had that perception of God or that image of God and how that affected me. And one of the things that I really, really want to talk about, which is like the reason why I wrote this book, because I remember when I was going through one of the most challenging moments in my life, I really couldn't turn to anybody because I thought that uh, there was no way out for me. What I did, which was I had my first daughter, who's now 13 years old. She was born without marriage. I had her out of wedlock, as they would say. And let me just read the description. Well, yeah, in the back of the book. Okay, so Rejected Yet Chosen is an autobiography wherein the author Sandy Bastian shares her candid life experiences as a young girl growing up in the religious setting. However, later in her young adult life, she is forced to turn away from God, the church, the religious people because of her unwedded pregnancy, silently suffering from the insurmountable lies and abuse of her father, unborn child's father. She decides to seek God. In this book, you will learn how God will use our shortcomings, big and small, to help us discover his love. You will learn that man's rejection can be used as a redirection back into God's unconditional love, a love founded on a relationship and not a religion. So one of the real issues I have with religious people is, when my daughter was born, I knew they weren't going to, how they do baby dedications? They were not going to dedicate her to God. Let's think about this. A baby who was born, whether in a marriage or out of wedlock, is that not a child of God? To me, it is. So I refuse to stay in an environment that told me or made me want to believe that my child wasn't a child of God, and therefore you couldn't dedicate the child to God because the child wasn't born in the conditions that you expected the child to be born in. That to me is sick. That's not the God of the universe. That's the God that the religion people created for themselves. The God of the universe created us all. Every single one of us come into this life with different circumstances. Some people don't even know the conditions that brought them to this life. Okay? And I promise you, there are more difficult circumstances than there were easy ones. Jesus was a difficult circumstance. Okay? They had to flee from where they were to have him because of the conditions in the world. So I don't believe when they say, oh, they can't dedicate this baby because this baby is not righteous enough. None is righteous, not one. So if you're sitting in a spiritual environment or religious environment where this is being taught to you, I don't know. That's going to be very difficult to, at least it was for me, to love and honor a God that rejects a baby. That's my belief. That may be yours. That may not be yours. Or you watching this video, it may not be yours. But it's important to find out whose image, whose concept, whose belief have you accepted as your own as it relates to this God of the universe, this God who created heaven and earth, this God who created me and you. If God is a God of love, and God is a God of unconditional love, then he is a God who forgives. And all you have to do is ask for it, and you will be forgiven. So I just really hope out of this you get that. Don't embrace the false concept of God, because if you do, it will determine not only your path on this world, but also your relationship with God, with yourself, and with other people. Find God, read the scriptures, learn about who God is with a sincere heart to seek his truth, and God will reveal it to you. The video went a little over, but it had to be said that way. Anyway, I will be doing some more videos, and I'm looking forward to your feedbacks, your comments. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.